All right, now we're gonna work on the technical etude, and I'm gonna play it for you first, and I'm gonna play it at a performance tempo that would be a fast performance tempo. Not what they are expecting you to play at, but just to give you an idea of what the style of the music is supposed to be. All right. Now, let's go into some instruction on this. Practice this and the slow etude both with a metronome. For this one, I've marked the metronome at 72, which is the same speed as your slow etude, except 72 is for the 8th note. This is going to be quite slow for your practice. It's going to be like this. 1 and a 2 and 1 and 2, E1, E and a 2. And so you get the idea, it's quite slow. We're in 2/4 time, and our key signature has 3 flats in it, so don't forget your B flat, E flat, and A flat. While that's the key signature for E flat major, we're actually in C minor. C minor is the relative minor to E flat major. They share the same key signature, but this is C minor. We also notice that when we see the B naturals and A naturals. This is the only A natural in the piece, but we have quite a few B naturals. So watch those accidentals. As you're starting to learn the piece, start by doing some chunking and start chunking these 16th note groups right here. Just do it by 4s. Practice it to get correct notes and correct articulation. So you're going to go 1 E and a, 1 E and a. Just practice it until you get it correct, and then once you have it correct, practice it for to reinforce that correctness, and then do that as well on these 16th note groups here, 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 this one, and then these last 3 on the bottom line. All right, the next thing to think about is this 16th note pickup right here. We also have it here, and we have it at the end of the 3rd line and in the middle of the 4th. Make sure that the 16th note pickup is nice and short, and that it is the same length as these 16th notes after it. The dotted 8th note before it should have a little bit of space. Make sure you're taking a nice breath. Whenever you have a dot in an articulated passage, the dot is silent. You actually would put a rest there and have a nice big breath to create space, and so that your 16th note pickup does not come in late. Now I put this bracket right here to help you remember that this 16th note belongs to this musical idea here, rather than the 2 measures previous. The 16th note leads into beat 1, and so that can also help you play this 16th note short like a 16th note, rather than trying to divide this into 2 8th notes and playing the incorrect rhythm. All right, next, when you're practicing this rhythm here, these 5 spots, think about the 16th notes leading into beat 2. Short notes always lead into long notes, and so you're actually going to put a little crescendo as you're going into beat 2. So it sounds like 1 and a 2 and 1 and a 2 and, so you're kind of crescendoing into beat 2. Don't forget that this is an A flat right here. You see A flat there as well, and over here. Now on this 4th line, I've put a little tenuto line over the A right here and the E flat right here. The reason being is that we have a repeated A flat right here. So you want to put a little bit of emphasis on beat 1 because of that repeated note. Same with the E flat here. It's repeated from the note before. Putting a little bit of weight and emphasis on that E flat is going to help you play the 16th notes evenly and accurately. Now don't forget about, sorry, it's kind of wiggly, my hand's getting tired. Don't forget about the dynamics. You start nice and piano, which is great because playing in this low to middle range of the flute, it's pretty easy to play piano and it won't take you a lot of effort to play it quietly. Then in the second line, we're forte, which is also great because now we're in the third octave, and third octave just naturally wants to be loud on the flute, so it won't take much effort to play it forte. Mezzo forte down here is the volume that you play when you just pick up your flute. Watch this crescendo through this part right here. This is the climax of the etude. This is where everything is building towards. And so this part right here, make sure it's nice and strong. And then when you have this scale going down, every note right here is tongued, and you're gonna decrescendo into the C where you're piano again. And then you're gonna build to the very end and play the last two measures nice and strong with no diminuendo at all. All right, I think that will set you guys up pretty well until we can have a lesson on it. So keep on practicing and do your best.